What's going on, everyone? So since we wrapped up the educational series on sleep, I'm going to share a little personal story of how optimizing my sleep impacted my quality of life. So as I've mentioned before, I used to be a competitive bodybuilder, and I stopped competing to address numerous health problems. However, I didn't stop training like a bodybuilder, but I did stop eating like a bodybuilder, meaning I wasn't taking in enough calories to fully recover. This, in tandem with the massive amounts of stress these health issues were putting on my nervous system, it severely impacted my sleep. So I started tracking my sleep and monitoring how my body and mind felt day in and day out, and essentially came to the conclusion that I had insomnia. So on average, in the 8 hours that I would be asleep, I realized that I was only getting about 15 minutes of deep sleep and like 5 minutes of REM sleep, and I was awake cumulatively for about 3 hours. And the deep and REM sleep numbers, that's like a fraction of the optimal amounts that you should get every night in sleep. So how did I fix this? It didn't happen right away. I made an easy mistake that really only made things worse. I became hyper aware of my poor sleep quality, meaning I was actually starting to realize the amount of times that I was waking up at night, and I was trying everything that I could, and I just got overly stressed. It just stressed the hell out of me. This inevitably just made it worse and probably elongated the process. So I took a step back and sought help from a very talented professional, and we addressed the peripheral biological stressors that were taxing my nervous system. The sleep thing took the longest time to resolve. I mean, it took months. I still struggle with it today, but really what it comes down to are things that are within my control that will affect my sleep. These are the things that I do to prep my mind and body for sleep, because remember, the mind-body connection is extremely real. So not eating about 2 hours before bedtime, stop working at a specific time, journaling, minimizing my blue light, doing some nose breathing sometimes if I feel like I'm a little stressed over something. For me, journaling is probably the most important one because my mind tends to run constantly, so it'll oftentimes prevent me from falling asleep if something is going unresolved in my mind. It'll also wake me up in the middle of the night. I'll wake up as if I had never been asleep. My mind will just be running. So there's a lot of variables to this stuff, but if you can take the time to try to figure out what it is that you specifically need to optimize your sleep, it'll be a huge game changer. Having an outsider's perspective too can be very beneficial, so if you're looking for some help, please let me know.